Welcome to some Science Academy classes, and we are about to start solving the question paper of year 2023 for ICSE board. And so these are the instructions. Time allowed is 2.5 hours. Maximum marks is 80. And we have to attempt all questions from section A and any four from B. So let's start with section A, and which is of 40 marks. So this is the MCQ. First one, we have to choose the correct answers to the questions from the given options. So this is the question related to the matrix, and it's given that the product of this matrix is equal to 2 minus 8. We have to find the values of x and y. So our given matrix is, the first one is 2 0 0 4 elements. So this is a square matrix of order 2, and it has to be multiplied with a column matrix that is only one column and two rows. This is 2 minus 8. So let's find the product. And to find the product, we have to multiply the corresponding elements of the row to the corresponding elements of the column of the second matrix. So this is 2 into x plus 0 into y. This is the first element. And now we don't have any other row, so let's take the second row. So similarly, find the sum of the product of the respective elements of the first row with the respective elements of the column of the second matrix. So this is 0 into x plus 4 into y. Okay, so this is the product, and this is equal to column matrix. So 2 into x is 2x, 0 into y is 0y, so this is 4y. And now these two matrices are of the same order. So that means their corresponding elements are equal. So 2x is equal to 2 and 4y is equal to negative 8, which gives me x is equal to 1 and y is equal to negative 2. So our answer should be 1 and 2. So A is the correct answer for this one. Moving on to the second question. Okay, for question number 2, it's given that x minus 2 is a factor of x cube minus kx minus 12. Then what is the value of k? So it's given that we are going to use a factor theorem here. So x minus 2, it's given that it's a factor of, let's say this is a polynomial of variable x, p of x. So this is how I'm going to solve this. Now, since x minus 2 is a factor of p of x is equal to x cube minus kx minus 12, so that means that the remainder, therefore by factor theorem, we can write that p of 2 should be equal to 0. So how do we get 2? So x minus 2 is a factor of this polynomial. So let's uh, equate x minus 2 is equal to 0, which gives me x is equal to 2. So that means if I substitute the value of x as 2 in this polynomial, that will be the remainder, and that should be equal to 0. So this is remainder, that should be equal to 0. This is the remainder. So let's substitute the value of 2 x as 2 here. So it becomes 2 cube minus a into 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. So 2 cube is 8, and this is 8 minus 2k minus 12 is equal to 0. So this is minus 2k minus 4 is equal to 0. Minus 2k is equal to 2. Minus 2k is equal to 4, which gives me k is equal to negative 4 by 2. That is equal to negative 2. So k is equal to negative 2. And that's we have the option C. So C is the correct answer for this one. K is -2. Okay, in the given diagram, RT is a tangent touching the circle at S, and it's given that angle PST is 30 degree and angle SPQ is 60 degree. Then we have to find angle PSQ. So we have to find the value of this angle. Okay, here we can use the alternate segment theorem. So we can write that by using the alternate segment theorem or from the alternate segment theorem. So alternate segment theorem says that if there is a tangent drawn to touch the circle at point S and there is a chord or there is an angle here like this, so this angle or from the alternate segment theorem, this angle PQS is equal to angle PST. So we can write that angle PQS is equal to angle PST, which is 30 degree. So that means angle PQS is now 30 degree. Okay, we can use now the angle sum property in triangle PQS. So this is triangle PQS. So we can write here angle PQS plus angle QSP plus so PQS QSP plus QPS. This is equal to 180 degree because this is the angle sum property of a triangle. So this is the angle sum property of a triangle. Now, angle PQS is 30 degree, angle QSP and angle QPS is 60 degree, so that is equal to 180 degree. So 60 plus 30 is 90, so angle QSP is equal to 180 minus 90, that is equal to 90 degree. So angle QSP is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so our option is option D. So D is the correct answer for this one. Okay, for question number 4, it's given that if a letter is chosen at random from all the letters of the English alphabet, then we have total of 26 English alphabets. So total outcomes here is 26. Now the probability of chosen letter is or chosen alphabet is a vowel. You have to find a number of vowels are 5. So these vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, which are 5. So the probability of the vowel is equal to the favorable outcomes, which are 5. It's not a list of the favorable outcome, it's the number divided by the total outcome. So it's all about a number game. So favorable outcomes are 5 and total are 26. So 5 by 26. B is the correct answer for this one. Okay, for question number 5, it's given that if 3 is a root of the quadratic equation, then P is equal to. Now, root of the quadratic equation means that this quadratic equation has two roots and one, it can have at most two roots. So one of the root, that is value of the x is 3. So if x, we can say that since x is equal to 3 is a root of p of x is equal to x square minus px plus 3, then what is the value of p? So that means there's 3 is a root, that means that p of 3 should be equal to 0. So let's substitute the value of 3 here. So this is 3 square minus p into 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so 3 square is 9. 9 minus 3p plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is minus 3p, 9 plus 3 is 12. This is negative 12. So p is equal to, so the value of p is 4. So this is the option perfect one. For question number 6, it's given that in the given figure, angle BAB is equal to angle DECP. So these are 70 degree, and CA is centimeter. We have to find the ratio of BD is to DB. Now, this angle A is equal to angle C, but these are corresponding angles. So that means angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 70 degree. Or we can say that, but these are corresponding angles, and when corresponding angles are equal, the sides are parallel or the lines are parallel, but these are the corresponding angles. And we know that there is, sorry, the lines are parallel. So that means AB is parallel to CD. Now, when AB is parallel to CD, that means we can use the BPT theorem, that is the basic proportionality theorem, and which says that here CA is 4 and BC is 6. So we can use the BPT theorem here. We have to find the ratio of PD is to DB. So we can say that by using, so BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem says that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, so this line is parallel to BD. So here, sorry, DC is parallel to AB, so that means it divides this triangle, it divides the other two sides of the triangle in the same ratio. So that means PC by CA is equal to PD by DB. So we can say that it's PC, so it's PC by CA. PC by CA should be equal to PD by DB. So it's PD by DB. Now PC is 6. So this is 6 by 4 is equal to PD by DB, which becomes 3 by 2. So that means this is DB. So that means PD is to DB is equal to 3 is to 2. So PD is to DB. That was the ratio we were supposed to find out. So PD is to DB is equal to 3 is to 2. 3 is to 2 mean C is the correct answer for this one. Okay, for question number 7, it's given that the printed price of an article is rupees 3080 and GST percent is 10%, then what is the GST charge? So our printed price is rupees 3080. Now this is the GST percent, which is 10%. So this is 10% of printed price. So let's find the GST amount. That should be 10% of 3080, which is 10 by 100%. It means out of 100 of means into 3080. So these two zeros, okay, 10. So I can cancel out 10 here with 10 and the other 0 here. So this is rupees 308. So 308 means B is the correct option here. Okay, for question number A, it's given that 1 plus sine A into 1 minus sine A is equal to, out of these four options, so we have this 1 plus sine A into 1 minus sine A. And it's in the form A plus B into A minus B, which is equal to A square minus B square. So this becomes A square minus B square. A is 1 and sine square A. So which is equal to cos square A, because sine square A, because we know that sine square A, we know this d sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. From here, the cos square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. So this cos square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. So that's why 1 minus sine square is equal to cos square A, and D is the correct option for this one. For question number 9, it's given that the coordinates of the vertices of triangle ABC are. So these are the vertices of the triangle ABC. So this is vertex A, which is negative 4 minus 2. And let's say B is 6 comma 2 and C is 4 comma 6. Now we have to find the centroid G. Now centroid is the point of intersection of the medians. Let's say AD is the median, BE is another median, CF is another median. So these medians intersect at point G. So let's say this is, and so G is, this is the centroid. We have to find the coordinates of centroid. So now the coordinates of G, which is a centroid, is given by the formula. We have a definite formula, specific formula for this. The coordinates of, we can write the centroid G, that is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3 comma, and other will be y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3, and this x1 x2 x3, this x1 x2 and x3 are these. This is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, and this is x3 y3. Okay, now let's put in the values of x1 x2 x3 and y1 y2 y3, which are, so our coordinates, so x1 x2 and x3 are negative 4 4 and 6 divided by 3. So negative 4 4 plus 6 divided by 3, and the other one is negative 2 6 and 2. So negative 2 plus 6 plus 2 divided by 3. So this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled, and this is now equal to 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 is the answer, which is option A. So this is A. A is the correct answer for this one. Okay. The nth term of an AP is 2n plus 5. We have to find the 10th term. And generally, the nth term of an AP is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, but it's given here that it's not the general term. The general term of a given AP is given as an is equal to 2n plus 5. If we have to find the 10th term, so let's put the value of n is equal to 10. So that is a10 is equal to 2 into 10 plus 5, which is equal to 20 plus 5 is equal to 25. So 25 is the correct option, which is option C. Then we have to find the mean proportion between A, 4 and 9. Now that if A and B are two numbers, so mean proportion between two numbers is given by the square root of the product. So here the mean proportion M is square root of 4 into 9, which is square root 36. That is equal to 6. So B is the correct answer here. Okay, for next question, which of the following cannot be determined graphically for a grouped frequency distribution? And answer for this is mean. I will explain it how. Now, the mean, we know that how to find out the mean for like the number of observations. So mean is given by x1. Let's say we have these observations x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus dash 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 till xn divided by the number of observations. This is how you find out the mean, where n is the number of observations. Now, as it is a single value, So mean, which gives us the single value. So mean is a single value and cannot be compared and represented in different values. So it cannot be compared and represented in different values. Therefore, we cannot find mean by graphical method, or we can say therefore determination of mean by graphical method is not possible. So mean is the correct answer for this one. It cannot be determined graphically. Okay, for question number 13, it's given that the volume of a cylinder of height 3 centimeter is 48 pi. So height is 3 centimeter and volume is 48 pi. We have to find the radius. Now the volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. So that's equal to 48 pi. Pi and pi gets cancelled. H is 3. So r square into 3 is equal to 48, which gives me r square is equal to 16 and radius is equal to 4. So radius is equal to 4. So that means C is the correct answer for question number 13. Okay, for question number 14, it's given that Naveen deposits 800 every month in a recurring deposit account for 6 months. And if it receives 4,884 at the time of maturity, then what interest he earns? So let's find out the amount deposited, and it's being deposited for 6 months at 800 per month. So this is 800 into 6 is equal to rupees 4,800. Now amount received at maturity. So amount at maturity is 4,884. So that means the difference is the interest given by the bank. So we can say that the interest earned. So interest earned is 4,884 minus 4,800. So this is 48. So rupees 84. So 84 means A is the correct option here. So A is the correct option. Okay, for question number 15, it's given that the solution set for the equation 2x plus 4 is less than equal to 14, where x belongs to whole number is. So let's solve this inequality, and it's given that 2x plus 4 is less than equal to 14. So that means 2x is less than equal to 14 minus 4 is equal to 10. And 2x is less than equal to 10 is now x is less than equal to 5. And we have to, it's mean, and it's given that this x belongs to the set of whole numbers. And we know that the whole number starts from 0 and less than equal to 5. The set for whole numbers will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is our solution set: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is also included. So B is the correct option for this one. Okay, for question number 2, it's given that we have to find the value of first part. It's given that find the value of A if x minus A is a factor of the polynomials, and the marks awarded for this first part is 4. So it's 4 marks. Now we are going to use the factor theorem here, and for the first part, this is question number second's first part. Okay. And we are going to use, as I told you, that we are going to use the factor theorem. So let's begin how we write this. So since x minus a, so x minus a is a factor of, so x minus a is a factor of the polynomial, and the polynomial is 3x cubed plus x squared. So this is 3x cubed plus x squared minus ax minus 81. So this is a polynomial. So we can use, therefore we can say that by factor theorem. So let's say this polynomial be p of x. So if x minus a is a factor of the polynomial, given polynomial, then we can use the factor theorem. So factor theorem says that the remainder p of a. So how do we get a? So assign x minus a to 0. So that means the value of x was a. So x was the 0 of this polynomial. So that means if I put the value of x as a, that should give me the remainder, and that should be equal to 0. So let's substitute the value of a in here. So this is 3a cubed plus a square minus a into a minus 81 is equal to 0. So 3a cubed, so this is 3a cubed plus a square minus 81 is equal to 0. So this gets cancelled, and which gives me 3a cubed is equal to 81 and a cubed is equal to 27. So 27 is 3's cube, which gives me a is equal to 3. So a is equal to 3 is the answer for the first part. So find the value of a, which is 3. Okay, moving on to the next part, which is question. Salman deposits 1,000 every month in a recurring account for 2 years. If he receives 26,000 on maturity, we have to find the total interest and the rate of interest. Okay, uh, let's find out, or let's write down the deposit for 2 years. So this is the principal. So this is question number 2. Sorry, part 2. So the principal amount deposit by the Salman is for 2 years. So, and per month he is depositing 1,000 every month. And 2 years means 24 months. So 24 into, so this is 24. And per year he is depositing 1,000. So 24 into 1,000, which is rupees 24,000. So 24,000 is deposited by Salman in 2 years. If it deposits 1,000 per month, and amount he receives at the end of these 2 years. So amount he receives at the end of 2 years is given, it's 26,000. So amount is rupees 26,000. So that means the interest he earned is amount minus P. So that is equal to 26,000 minus 24,000, which is equal to rupees 2,000. Okay, so we have got the first part, that is the total interest he earned is rupees 2,000. Now we have to find the interest, and we know that the interest, sorry, the rate of interest. So interest earned for the recurring deposit is given by I is equal to P into N plus 1 upon the time in months, which is 2 years means 12 months into R by 100. So here n is 24, which is the time. So n is equal to 2 years. 2 into 12 is equal to 24 months. Now the interest earned is 2000. So let's put in the respective values. 2000 is equal to principal was 24,000. Number of months is 24 months, 20, and n plus 1, 24 plus 1 is 25. This is 24 into R by 100. So this gets cancelled. 25 fours are is 100. And now this gets cancelled with 4, which is 6,000. I can cancel the zeros. So we have finally 2 is equal to 6 to R, and R is equal to uh, and we are missing something here. So P into this is actually the principal amount deposited per month. It should be 1,000 because we are taking the time in months. The principal amount deposited here is 1,000, so it should be 1,000. And now we have, let me recalculate this. So this is 1,000. Okay, now. So 25 fours are is 104, 24, 24 gets cancelled, and it's 25, 250. So this is 250, or let me just put in the values once again. So interest earned was 2000, principal per month is 1000, and number of months is 24, number of months plus 1 is 25, on this is 2 into 12, number of months divided by n into R by 100. So 25 fours are is 100, this gets cancelled, 3 zeros gets cancelled. So we have 2 is equal to R by 4, which gives me our rate of interest is equal to 8%. So 8% is the rate of interest. Okay, let's move on to the third part. So in the given figure O, let me raise this all. So O is the center of the circle. That means AB is the diameter, C is the tangent to the circle, that A and angle ABD is equal to 26, that we have to find the given angles. So let's find out the given angles. The first angle is angle BDA. So this is angle BDA is this one. So angle BDA is equal to 90 degree because this is the angle in the semicircle. AB is the diameter, so we can say that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. So this is the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Okay. For part B, which is angle BAD. So angle BAD is this one. So we can use the angle sum property for angle BAD. So this is 180 minus angle ADB plus angle ABD, which is equal to 180 minus angle ADB is 90 plus angle ABD is 26. So this is angle BAD is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 26 is 116. So 180 minus 116, 10 minus 6 is 4, and then 7 minus 1 is 6. So this is 64 degree. Angle BAD is 64 degree. Angle BDA is 90 degree. Let's find out the third one. So we have got A, B, and C. C is angle CAD, this one. Okay. Now this angle CAD. Okay, before we find out angle CAD, now this OA is the radius and this is C is the tangent, and we know that radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact, so we can say that CE is perpendicular to OA, and the reason being that radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. Okay, so that means this angle CAO. So angle CAO is equal to 90 degree, and CAO is the angle made by CAD and DAO. So we have to find out angle CAD. So this is angle CAD. Angle CO is made up of angle CAD and DAB. And angle DAB, this becomes 90 degree. Now angle CAD, we have to find out, this is angle CAD. Now angle DAB. Now DAB. So we have already got DAB, which is VAD, which is 64 degrees. So this is 64 degree is equal to 90 degree. So angle CAD is equal to 90 minus 64. So it's 6 and 26 degrees. CAD is 26 degree. Okay, we have to, so CAD is done. ODB. ODB is here. This is angle ODB. Now OD is equal to OB. So OD is equal to OB. Reason being they are radii of same circle. So they are radii of same circle. So that means angle in this triangle, in triangle DOB, angle opposite to these two sides are equal. So that means angle ODB is equal to this one. So these are the two radii, these are equal. These are equal, so that means angle opposite to them, which is angle ODB and angle OBD are equal. So angle ODB and angle OBD are equal, and which is 626 degree. And the reason here is that angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, so we are done with the fourth part as well, and with this we're finished with question number 2. Let's move on to question number 3. Okay, for question number 3, it's given that you have to solve the following quadratic equation, and the quadratic equation is x squared plus 4x minus 8 is equal to 0. So this is question number 1, which is x squared plus 4x minus 8 is equal to 0. So A is 1, B is 4, and C is equal to minus 8. And let's find out if the roots exist for this equation or not. So we are going to find out D. So D is the discriminant, which is B square minus 4AC. B is 4 square minus 4 into A, 1 into C is negative 8. So this is 16 plus 8 4 is 32, and which gives me 48. So 48 means which is greater than 0. So roots are real and distinct. And because this is not a perfect square, so we are going to use a quadratic formula. So I'm going to write here now. So by using quadratic formula, and let's write down the quadratic formula. So using quadratic formula. So quadratic formula says that x is equal to minus b plus minus root of, this is b square minus 4ac by 2a. So x is equal to negative b. B is 4 plus minus, and we have already got b square minus 4ac, which is 48. 2 into a is 1, so this is 2. So this gives me x is equal to negative 4 plus minus under root 48. 48 is 8 into 6, so this is 8 into 6, and 8 is under root 8 is 2 root 2. So I can write it as plus minus, this is minus 4 plus minus, and 8 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 divided by 2. So this comes out, this comes out. So we have x is equal to negative 4 plus minus, this is 2 to the 4 root 3 by 2, this is equal to 4. So 4 is common, and this is now negative 1 plus minus root 3 by 2, which is 2. So x is equal to negative 2 plus minus 2 root 3. So either x is equal to negative 2 plus 2 root 3, or x is equal to negative 2 minus 2 root 3. So now value of root 3 is 1.732. So this is x is equal to minus 2. Value of root 3 is 1.732. And we have to calculate this. So x is equal to negative 2 plus. Now this is 2 to the 4, 6, 7 to the 14. And so x is equal to negative 2. This is negative 3.464. So 2 to the 6, 7 to the 14, 3. So x is equal to here. The answer is positive. So this is, if we subtract 2 here, so this is 1.464. And we have to give the answer incorrect to one decimal places. So this is x is equal to 1.5. So the first one is x is equal to this. I can write it as, okay, it's given that we have to write the answer correct to one decimal place. So if I round off this to one decimal place, it's 6, so we have to add 1 here. So next one is x is equal to, this is minus 5.464. And if I have to round off this, this is negative 5.5. So x is equal to 1.5 or x is equal to negative 5.5. Okay, moving on to the second part. We have to prove this identity that sine squared theta plus 1 sine squared theta minus 1. So this is the second identity that we have to prove. And the identity is, it's sine squared theta minus 1 into, this is tan squared theta plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. That's what we have to prove. So I'm going to consider the LHS. This is the left hand side. So consider LHS. So LHS is sine squared theta minus 1. And this is tan squared theta plus 1 plus 1. Okay, we are going to use the trigonometric identities here. Then the first identity we are going to use, I'm going to write down the identities that we are going to use. And the first one is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta. We know that it's equal to 1. So if I bring 1 to the right hand side and take cos squared theta to, sorry, to the left hand side, so this is sine squared theta minus 1 is equal to negative cos squared theta. So instead of this, I can write this is negative cos squared theta into. Now we know that. So this was the first identity that used, and also 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. So instead of this, I can write this is secant squared theta plus 1. Now, okay, so we know that this secant squared theta is 1 upon cos squared theta plus 1. This gets cancelled. This is equal to negative 1 plus 1, which is equal to 0. So that is equal to RHS. So hence it is proved. Okay, so second part is also done, and use graph sheet to answer this question. Take 2 centimeters equal to 1 unit along both the axes, and we have to plot A, B, C, where these reflect A and B on the x-axis and name them E and D. Okay, so let's get our Cartesian plane first. So first we have to plot, the first part says that A, B, and C, we have to plot A, B, and C. Okay. So if this is the Cartesian plane, and we have to plot A, B, and C. So this is coordinate axis. So this is x, x dash, y and y dash. Okay, this is the origin, and it's given that we have to take 2 centimeters equal to 1 unit. So you can take accordingly 2 centimeters as 1 unit. And I'm going to, let's say this is 2 centimeters, so this is 1 unit. This is 2. You can take, you have to take 2 centimeters as 1 unit on the graph sheet. So because this is the interactive panel, so I'm going to take this 2 divisions as 1 unit. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, next one. So we have to plot. It says that first point is a0 comma 4. So a0 comma 4. So 0 comma 4 means this is on the y-axis. So this is the point 0 comma 4. So this is 0 comma 4, which is point A. Okay, next one is B0 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 is here. So this is B1 comma 1. Next is C4 comma 0. So this is C, which is 4 comma 0, and it's on the x-axis. Okay, now the next is to reflect A and B on the x-axis and name them E and D. So we have to reflect A and B about the x-axis. So reflecting A and B on the x-axis and name them as A and D. So A has to be named as E. So I'm going to reflect A on the x-axis. So this is A, which is 0 comma 4. So on x-axis it becomes, it has to be reflected above the x-axis. So that means x-axis is the mirror axis. So a 0 comma 4 we here is this is 0 comma negative 4. So this is e. So we have e 0 comma 4. So a is reflected as e, and the next one was to reflect b on x-axis as d. So we have to reflect b on x-axis as d. So b, which is 1 comma 1, so this becomes 1 comma negative 1. So 1 comma negative 1. So this is b, and it becomes 1 comma negative 1 on x-axis, and we have to name it as d. So this is d. So this is d. So b is reflected as d. Okay. Now, on part C, reflect B through the origin and name it. So we have to reflect B through the origin and name it as F. So let's reflect B through the origin. So reflecting B through the origin means we are going in the third quadrant. So it becomes -1, -1, and we have to name it as F. So we have to name it as F. So this is F. Okay, now write down the coordinates of f. So coordinates of f. So coordinates of f are -1 and -1. -1, -1 are the coordinates of f. Okay. For part D, reflect now B and C on the y-axis. So and name them H and G. So we are reflecting B and C on y-axis, and we are naming them as B and G. So to reflect points B and C on y-axis, we have to draw a vertical line through the points B and C. Okay, so B on the y-axis. So that means this is a reflection of B here, which becomes -1 and 1. And we have to name it as H. So this is H. So the reflection of B on y-axis is H. Now the reflection of C on y-axis. So C on y-axis is this one about y-axis, which is negative 4 0, and we have to name it as G. So this is G. So C is reflected as G on y-axis. And now the coordinates of H are negative 1, 1, and coordinates of G are negative 4 and 0. Okay, so D is done. Now join points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and A in order and name the closed figure. So we have to join the points. So let's join the points and we have to name it. So the first one was A. So join A, B, A to B. So let's join A to B. So join A to B. Okay, I'm going to use different line here. So let's join A to B. Let's join A to B. This is not different ones. Let's use. So A to B, then B to C, and C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, and then G to H, and H to A. So this is a figure that we have got, and we have to name the closed figure. So this closed figure has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides, and this closed figure is called trapezoid. Name of this closed figure is trapezoid. So this is trapezoid. Okay. So we are done with part 3 as well. We have answered all the parts. So question number 3 is done. Moving on to question number 4. Okay, for question number 4, section B. It's given that A matrix is given, B is given, C is given, and I is given. We have to find B, A into B plus C minus 14I. So this is question number 1. And we have to find the matrix polynomial, which is so this is A into B plus C minus 14I, where I is the identity matrix of the same order. So first of all, let's find out B plus C. All these matrices of the order 2. So B plus C, this is 1, 2, 2, 4. And we have to add it to the C matrix. So C matrix is 4, 1, 1, 5. So this is 5, 3, 3, and 9. So 5, 3, 3, and 9. Now we have to find the product of A into B plus C. So A is 1, 3, 2, 4. This is A matrix. And B plus C is 5, 3, 3, 9. Okay, let's add them. So this is 1 into 5 plus 3 into 3. So I'm going to find the product. So find the sum of the product of the elements of the row and the column. So first row and first column, and then first row and second column. So this is 1 into 3 plus 3 into 9. Okay, the second one is 2 into 5 plus 4 into 3. Third one is 2 into 3 plus 4 into 9. Okay, so this is now A into B plus C, which is equal to, this is 5 plus 9, this is 3 plus 12, this is 10 plus 12, and 6 plus 36. So this is equal to 14 and 15. This is 22 and 42. So this is A into B plus C. 14, 15, 22, 42. actually this should be 5 and 9 is 3 and it's actually 27. This is 27, which means that this term is 30. So this is 30. So 14, 22, 30 and 42. And now we have to find out, and we have to subtract it from 49. So 14 into I means it's the identity matrix of order 2 and identity matrix of order 2 is 1, 0, 0, 1. So that is equal to 14, 0, 0 and 14. Okay, the next is, so that means this is A into B plus C minus 14I. So A into B plus C is 14, this is 14, 30, 22 and 42. And we have to subtract, this is minus 14I, which is 14, 0, 0 and 14. So 14 minus 14 is 0, 30 minus 0 is 30, 22 minus 0 is 22, 42 minus 14 is 8 and 28. So this is 0, 22, 30 and 28. Okay, let's move on to the second part. The first one is done. Second one, ABC is a triangle whose vertices are given. D is the midpoint of BC. We have to find the coordinates of D and equation of median AD. Okay, this is the second part. Now ABC is a triangle. So let's draw a triangle ABC with the given coordinates. The ABC is a triangle with the given coordinates. So this is A, and A is 1 and negative 1. Other vertex is B, which is 0, 4. And then it's C, which is negative 6 and 4. Okay, D is the midpoint of BC. So D is the midpoint of BC. And we have to find the coordinates of D. So midpoint of BC, we know that midpoint of BC, which is D. And the formula for that is to find the coordinates of the midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2 plus y1 plus y2 by 2. And this is x1, this is x2, this is y1, and this is y2. So which gives us minus 6 plus 0 by 2, and this is 4 plus 4 by 2, which gives us negative 3 by 4. So negative 3 by 4 are the coordinates of B, which is the midpoint. So minus 3 by 4 are the coordinates. And if we join it to vertex A, so that means AD is the median. So this D means AD is the median. Okay. Now AD is the median. Okay, so we have to find the equation of median AD. And AD is passing through 2 points. So equation of median AD, and AD is passing through 2 points. So equation of a line passing through 2 points is given by, the formula for that is y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 on x2 minus x1. So this is equation of a line passing through 2 points, and because we have to find the equation of AD, so that means our 2 points are 1 minus 1, which is A, and D. D we have got is negative 3 by 4. So negative 3 by 4. So this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Okay. So y remains as it is. Y1 is negative 1, y2 is negative 3, negative of negative 1, which is equal to x minus x1 is 1, x2 is 4. So this is 4 minus x1 is 1. So which becomes y plus 1 upon negative 3 plus 1, which is equal to x minus 1 upon 3. So y plus 1 upon negative 2 is equal to x minus 1 by 3. So this is 3y plus 3 is equal to negative 3x plus 2. And let's move them. So this is 2x plus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the median area. I think this is something wrong. And okay, actually this is y2 is 4. So we have got it completely wrong. So y2 is 4 and this is this now. X2 is negative 3 and x1 is negative 1. 4 minus of minus 1, and this is y plus 1. 4 minus 1 is 5, that is equal to x minus 1 by negative 4. 5x minus 5 is equal to negative 4y minus negative 4. Okay, so this is 5x plus 4y. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. So 5x plus 4y negative 1 is equal to 0. This is the equation of AD. Okay, moving on to question number, that is the third part. For the third part, in the given figure, O is the center of the circle PQ. PQ is a tangent to the circle at P. Chord AB produce meets a tangent at P. AB is 9, BP is 16, and we have to find the length of PT. So this is third part. I'm going to break this because we are done with this. This is the third part. In the given figure, we have to find the length of PT. So BP is 16 and AB is 9. The first one is to find the length of the PT. Now, length of the PT, we know that. How do we find the length of the PT? So here, PT is a tangent and AP is a secant, and we know that the tangent secant theorem says that AB into BP, AB into AP, so AB into AP. This is a secant, this is a tangent, so AB into AP is equal to PT square by secant tangent theorem. So this is by the secant tangent theorem. So let's put the respective values. And AB is 9, AP is 25, that is equal to PT square. So PT is equal to under root of 9 into 25, which 9 is 3, 25 is 5, so this is 15. So 15 centimeter. So PT is equal to 15 centimeter. Third. Okay, for part, so this was A1, the first one is done. Now BAT. So BAT, angle BAT is here. Okay, so we have to find angle BAT, and okay, now we know that tangent is perpendicular to radius, so that means this angle ABT is 90 degrees. So I can write that angle ABT is equal to 90 degrees. Let's take this angle ATP. Sorry, this is angle ATP is equal to 90 degrees. ATP is 90 degree because uh, O is the center of the circle and PQ is a tangent to circle at T. Chord AB is produced to meet tangent at P. So this angle radius. So O is the center, that means OT is perpendicular to TP. So this is not angle ATP, sorry for that. So this is OT is perpendicular to TP. And the reason being that radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. So the radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. So that means angle OTP is equal to 50. Sorry, OTP is equal to 90. So OTP is equal to 90 degrees. Now OTP is made of angle OTB and angle BTP. So I can write it as angle OTB plus angle BTP. BTP is equal to 90 degrees. Now angle OTB, so you can find out angle OTB BTP is 50. So this is 50 is equal to angle BTP is equal to, this is 90 and angle OTB. So angle OTB is equal to 90 minus 50 is 40 degrees. So OTB is 40 degrees. So this angle is 40 degrees. So this is, if this is 40, then this is also 40. So angle OTB is equal to 40 degree. That means now in this triangle OT is equal to OB. So OT is equal to OB and this is the triangle OTB. So OT is equal to OB and this is in triangle OTB. And the reason being they are radii of same circle. So when the two sides are equal in triangle, so angle opposite to them are always equal. So I can write here that angle OTB is equal to angle O, because angles, and we have already got OTB. So that means both these are equal to 40 degree. And the reason being here is angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So angle OTP is equal to angle OBT is equal to 40 degree. Okay, now, so we have got both these angles to be 40 degree. So both these angles now are 40 degree each. Now let's use the angle sum property and get angle OTOB. So we can use the angle sum property. So I can write here that angle's name is angle TOB. So angle TOB is equal to 180 minus angle OTB plus OTB plus angle OVT, which is equal to 180 minus 40 plus 40. So 40 plus 40, which gives me 180 minus 80 is equal to 100. So angle TOB is now equal to 100. This angle TOB is twice. So we have got angle TOB and we have to find angle BAT. So this is angle BAT. So this is this angle. This angle is subtended by this chord at the remaining part of the circle, and this chord subtends the same angle here. So that means this angle is half. So we can say that angle TAB or angle BAT is equal to half. Or let's write it this way. So the angle that is TOB, angle TOB is twice of angle EAB or BAT. The reason being this is the angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by a mark, the remaining part of the circle. So that means angle TOB, which is 100 degree, is equal to twice angle BAT, and which gives me angle BAT is equal to 100 by 2, which is equal to 50 degree. Angle BAT is equal to 50 degree. So we have got angle BAT, which is 50 degree. Now we have to find angle BOT. So let's find out angle BOT. So this is C. We have to find angle BOT. So this is angle BOT, which should be twice. So I can write that angle BOT is twice. We already got that. The angle BOT is twice of angle BAT. We have already got the angle BOT or TOB, which is 100 degrees. So angle BOT is 100 degrees. We have already got that. So C is done. Now D, we have to find angle ABT. So D, which is angle B. So angle ABT is the sum of angle OBA plus angle TBO. Now OBA is given, which is 45 degree, and TBO we have already got, which was 40 degree. So this is equal to 85 degree. So angle ABT is 85 degree. So we got all the angles, and let's move on to the next question. Okay, this is question number 5 of the question paper, that is ICSE 2023. And the first one is Mrs. Arora bought the following articles from a departmental store. And the first one is the hair oil. Price for that is 1200. There's a discount of 100, and GST is levied on that as 18%. Now GST is, this is the Central Goods and Services Tax plus State Goods and Services Tax. And The same is also levied on the cashew nuts. We have to find the total GST paid and total bill amounting, including GST. So I'm going to solve the first part here. So let me prepare this in the form, in the tabular form. And the first one is the serial number. Let's give the serial number. We have only two items. So the serial number 1 and 2. Okay, and our items are hair oil. The first one is hair oil. This is hair oil. And the second one is cashew nuts. And the price is rupees 200 for the hair oil. This is rupees 1200, sorry. And for the second one, it's rupees 600. So she bought cashew nuts for 600 and the hair oil for rupees 1200. Now there is a discount. So we will find the discount. So discount given here is rupees 100 on this. And on this there is no discount. So that means we have the discounted value. So the last column should be the discounted value. Okay, so discount is 100, so that means the discounted value is rupees 1100. And here this is not, there is no discount, so it's 600. And now we are left with only one column, that is the GST paid. GST levied on the taxes on the goods she bought. So GST, and GST was 18 and 12% respectively. So this is 18% and 12% respectively. So we know that GST split up into CGST and SGST. So let's find out. Let's first consider the first item, which is hair oil. And for hair oil, CGST is 9% of discounted value. So CGST is half. So discount GST is 18%. So half is CGST and half is GST. So 9% of 1100, which should be 9 by 100 into 1100, and it gives us rupees 99. Okay, next one is SGST. SGST is also 9% of 1100, so this is 9 by 100 into 1100, which is equal to rupees 99. Okay, these 18 and 12%. Okay, CGST and SGST. Now let's find total GST. So total GST is CGST plus, this is CGST plus SGST. That is equal to 99 plus 99, which is rupees 198. Okay, now total amount that she has to pay for the hair oil, including the taxes, is GST. That is the discounted value plus GST 198, which gives us rupees. This is 1298. Okay, now let's consider the second item, which are the cashew nuts. These are the cashew nuts. Okay, now let's find out CGST. So it's half, that is 6% of 600, and SGST is also 6% of 600. So that is equal to 6 by 100 into 600, which is equal to rupees 36. This is also equal to 6 by 100 into 600, which is equal to rupees 36. Okay, now let's get the total GST and total amount. So total GST here is rupees 36 plus rupees 36, which is equal to rupees 72. That's for the cash units. And total amount to be paid for the cash units is rupees 600 plus 72, which is rupees 672. Okay, now let's find out the total GST on both the items. So first was total GST on the both the items, and on the first item, that is the hair oil, it was rupees 198 and rupees 72 on the cash units, which gives us, this is 10 9 7 16. This is 270 rupees 270, and the total amount that Mrs. Arora has to pay, she was okay, Mrs. Arora has to pay is total amount. Let's add the total amount including the GST. So the first one, it was rupees 1298 and rupees 672. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 9 7 16 and 17. And 6 7 8 and 9 1 9. So rupees 1970. Okay, so we are done with the first part. Moving on to the second one, we have to solve the following inequation and write down the solution set on the number line. So this is part 2 of this question. These were the subparts of part A. So let me name this A, and B. Okay, for the second one. And let me write down the inequality. So inequality is minus 5 into x minus 9 is greater than equal to 17 minus 7 minus 17 minus 9x is greater than x plus 2, and x is a real number. Okay, so I'm going to take this 17 on both the sides, on this side and this side. So this is minus 5 into x minus 9 minus 17 is greater than equal to, or let me split up these. So let me consider this inequality. So this is minus 5 into x minus 9 greater than equal to 17 minus 9x. Okay, minus 5x plus 45 is greater than equal to 17 minus 9x. And this is now 45 minus 17 is greater than equal to minus 9x plus 5x, which is greater than equal to minus 4x. 45 minus 17, 15 minus 7 is 8. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, now we have to remove this sign. So if I multiply both these equations, so I can write it as this is minus 4x is less than equal to 28. And if I multiply both the sides with negative, so in sign of inequality changes, and this is now 4x is less than equal to negative 28. So x is less than equal to negative 7. This is the first one. So I have first one is x is okay. This should be actually, I didn't change the, if I have to multiply this with negative, so the sign of inequality changes. Now x is greater than equal to negative 7. So when we multiply both these equations with negative, this sign changes. So that means I multiplied minus 4x with negative and this with negative. So this sign changes. So this is now x is greater than negative 7. Okay, now let's consider the second inequality. Second inequality is this one. So this is what 17 minus 9x is greater than x plus 2. And this is now minus 9x minus x is greater than 2 minus 17, which is minus 10x is greater than negative 15. So if I cancel this sign of inequality, it changes. It's now less than 15 by 10. So x is less than 1.5. So that means if our solution set is x belongs to, it's greater than, and also negative 7 is included because it's equal to sign, so greater than negative 7 but less than 1.5. So this is our solution set. So solution set is x belongs to value between negative 7. So this is a closed and this is the open interval. Now let's represent this on the number line. Let's represent this on the number line. Let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 8. Okay, this is, let's say, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5, and negative 6, and negative 7. So our solution set begins from negative 7 because negative 7 is included. So I'm going to have a dark circle here because negative 7 is also included. So it includes the numbers greater than negative 7. So that means we have to shade this line, make this line dark till 1.5. So 1.5, it's, let's say, here. So this is 1.5, but 1.5 is not included. So this is 1.5. So let's shade this line or make this line dark or bold till 1.5, and let's have a circle here. It's not a dark circle, it's just a hollow circle, we say it's just a circle. So we do not have to fill this circle here. So this is the solution set, how we represent this on the number line. So minus 7, make it a dark circle, make this line dark as well or bold, and for 1.5 just make a circle, do not fill it. So this is the solution set. So we are done with the second part. Moving on to the third part. In this figure, AC, the arrows in the figure, these arrows in the figure indicates that these lines are parallel. So AC is parallel to D is parallel to BF. Now AC is 24 centimeter, EG is 8, GB is 16, and BF is 13. We have to prove that triangle GED is similar to triangle GEF. Okay, I'm going to erase this because we are done with this part. Okay, the first part, we have to prove that triangle GED. So let's consider these triangles. This is the first part in triangle GED and triangle. This is the triangle GED and this is triangle GBF. This is triangle GBF. Okay, so this angle, angle EGD is equal to angle FGB because these are vertically opposite angles. Next, these lines are parallel, so ED is parallel to, so that means we can take either of the pair of alternate angles DEG. Angle DEG is equal to angle GBF. These are the alternate interior angles. So we can say that triangle GED is similar to triangle, this is GBF by AA similarity. Okay, now let's find BE. Second part, we have to find BE. So where is BE? This is BE, this distance. So D, this is the D. So this is, now these triangles are similar. That means their corresponding sides should be in proportion. So GE from the symbolic form, G is in proportion with GB. So GE by GB is equal to, let's take DE. So this is DE by BF. Okay, now let's put in the value. GE is 8. So this is 8. Now GB is 16. D. Now D we have to find out, and BF is 30. Okay. And if we, this is 2 and 15, so D is equal to 15 centimeter. So we have got D, which is 15 centimeter. Okay, for part C, we have to find the ratio of DB is to AB. So this is DB and this is AB. So we have to find the ratio, and DB comes in triangle EDB and AB comes in triangle ABC. So that means we have to prove that these two triangles are similar, and the triangles are ABC and triangle DBE. And in these two triangles, angle B and angle B are overlapping, so these are common. These are the two common angles of both these triangles. And then angle ABAC is equal to angle BDE. So this is angle BAC is equal to angle VDE, because these are corresponding angles. So that means triangle ABC is similar to triangle, for D it's B and A is equal to D, so that's B. So these two triangles are, these are similar by, we can say that AA, because if two angles are equal in a triangle, the third angles are also equal, so we are just considering it as by AA rule. So that means AB by DB, and AB by DB is equal to, let's write it down, AC by DE. So this is AC by DE. These are the corresponding sides that are in proportion, and the third one is BC by B. Okay. Now let's put in the values. We have to find this ratio. So this is AB by DB is equal to AC, and AC is 24. We have already got BE, DE. So we have already got D, which was 15 centimeter. So this is 15, and we need not have to consider this one. So this is 24 by 15, which gives, we had the 24 and 3 5s are is 15, but we have to find DB is to AB. So this is actually AB. This is AB is to DB, but we have to find DB is to AB. So DB is to AB is equal to 5 by 8, which is equal to 5 is to 8. So the required ratio is 5 is to 8, or DB is to AB. Let's move on to the next question. This is 5 is to 8. For question number 6, given is the distribution table and gives the daily wages of 16 workers of the factory. We have to use the graph paper. Take 2 centimeter as the scale, which gives 100 which is equal to rupees 100. So daily income is in rupees. 2 centimeter is equal to rupees 100 and 2 centimeters is equal to 2 workers along the other axis. We have to draw a histogram and hence find the mode of the given distribution. Okay, so to draw the diagram, let's consider the horizontal and the vertical grid on this page, and I'm going to draw only the first quadrant. So this should be, and let me consider the scale. So this is our x-axis and this is the y-axis. And daily income in rupees is going to be considered along the x-axis. So that means the class intervals. So this is, and this was daily income in rupees. So daily income in rupees. This is 0, and I'm going to consider this as the 2 centimeters. So this is 100, this is 200, this is 300, this is 400, this is 500, this is 600, this is 700, this is 800 and 900 and 1000. So this is 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay, this is not, sorry, these are the number of workers. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and then 12, 10 and 12, and we have the frequency 16 as well. So 12 and 14 and 16, and these are the number of the workers. So here you are going to label it as the number of workers. Okay, now the first class interval is 200 to 300. So let's draw a rectangle for 200 to 300 and take it to the frequency 6. So this is 200 to 300 and take it to the frequency 6. So 200 to 300. Take it to the frequency 6. Okay. And the next is 10. 10, 14, 16 and 10. So next is 10. Then 14. All are of equal width. So 6, 10, 6, 10, 14 and 16. So 6, 10, 14 and 16. This is 16. 6, 10, 14, 16, then again 10. So this is 10. Okay, 6, 10, 14 and 16 and then 16, 10 and 4. So 16, 10 and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is 4. Okay, and you can see here that this class interval has the maximum frequency. So our mode in this case is 500 to 600. So this is the mode. And we are done with the first part, draw a histogram and hence find the mode for the second one. The fifth term and the ninth term of an APR 4 and negative 12, we have to find the first term. Okay, it's given that fifth term, so I'm going to write it here. Let me just start it from here, the fifth, and so fifth term. is equal to 4, and we know that the formula for the nth term an is a plus n minus 1 into d, and to get the fifth term n is 5, so a plus 5 minus 1 is 4d. So that means for fifth term I can write it at a plus 4d is equal to 4. Similarly, ninth term is given as, so for the ninth term it's negative 12. So it's negative 12, and ninth term can be written as a plus 8d is equal to negative 12. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So a plus 4d is equal to 4, and a plus 8d is equal to negative 12. So this is negative, negative, and this is now plus, which cancels out a plus a, and a 4d minus 8d is negative 4d is equal to 16. So d is equal to negative 4. So d is equal to negative 4, and that means we have got the common difference. We have to find the first term. Let's substitute the value of d in first equations, which will give us the first term. So this is a plus 4 into negative 4 is equal to 4. This is a negative 16 is equal to 4. So a is equal to 20. So that means our first term is 20, a is 20, and a common difference d is equal to negative 4. Now we have to find the sum of 16 terms. So sum of 16 terms, and we know the sum of n terms is given by the formula sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So sum of 16 terms. Sum of 16 terms is equal to 16 by 2, 2 into a, 2 into 20 plus n minus 1. 16 minus 1 is 15 into d is negative 4. So this is equal to 8. So 8, 2 into 20 is 40, negative 60, which gives me 8 into negative 20, which is equal to negative 160. S of 16 is equal to negative 160. So sum of 16 terms is negative 160. Let's move on to the third part. A and B are 2 points on the x and y axis, and respectively. So if we have to write down the coordinates of A and B. So this question is incomplete, and the first write down the first part. We have to write down the coordinates of A and B. Okay. So for third part A, we have to write down the coordinates of A and B, and the coordinates of A are 4, comma 0, and coordinates of B are 0, comma 0, because it's on x-axis, and on x-axis the coordinates are of the form x, comma 0, and here x is 4, so it's 4, comma 0. And on y-axis the coordinates are of the form 0, comma y, so here y is 4, so it's 0, comma 4. Okay, the second question in this is we have to write down the coordinates of A and B. That was the first, and the second question says that the ratio, the P is a point on AB such that the ratio is 1 is to 3, and using section formula we have to find the coordinates of P. So we are going to write down the coordinates of P using the section formula. And section formula says that coordinates of P are given by x, comma y, that is equal to m1 into x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. Next is m2 x1 plus m1 x2 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, let's now put in the value, and here m1, the ratio is 1 is to 3, sorry, 3 is to 1. So this is m1 and this is m2. and this is x1 y1 0 comma 4 are x1 y1, and this is x2 y2 x2 y2. So let's put in the values. So m1 is 2, m2 is given as, it's internally dividing the ratio, so it's 3 is to 1, and x1 is equal to 4, y1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, and sorry, y1, so this is x1 y1, and x2 is equal to 0, so x2 is equal to 0, and y2 is equal to 4. Let's put in the values. So m1 is 3 into x2 in 0, m2 is 1, x1 is 4 upon m1 plus m2, 3 plus 1 is 4, which gives, so m2 is 1 into x1 is 4 plus m1 is 3, and x2 is 0 upon m1 plus m2, which is 4. So which gives us x comma y is equal to, this is 4 by 4, and this is 4 by 4. Okay, so which gives us the coordinates as 1 comma 1, which is okay. For the second one, m2 is 1 and x1 is 4, m1 is 3 and x2 is 0. x2 is 0. So this is, okay, this I have written the formula incorrectly. Should be x, this should be actually y2. m1 x2, m2 x1, this, sorry for that. Okay, these formulas, the section formula, I've written it incorrectly. This is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. So this gives me m1 is 3, y2 is 4, y2 is, m2 is 1, y1 is 0 by 3. So this is 12 by 3 actually, which gives me 1 by 4. So the coordinates are 1 by 4. Okay, so we have got the coordinates of P, which are 1 and 3. Okay, this is 4. So this is 12 by 4, which is 3. So the coordinates of P are 1 comma 3. Yes, so the first part was to find the coordinates of A and B. Second was to use the section formula to get the coordinates of P. So these are the coordinates of P. P is equal to 1 comma 3. And the third part says that we have to find the equation of line passing through P and perpendicular to AB. So equation of line passing through, so this, we have to find equation of line passing through P and perpendicular to AB. Okay, so find the equation of the line which is passing through P and perpendicular to AB. So that means we have got the coordinates through which the line is passing. Then these coordinates are 1 comma 3. Okay, so now the equation of a line passing through a point and is given by the formula. So AB, equation of AB. So it will be given by the formula. It's passing through a point, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, where m is the slope of the line. And how do you get the slope of the line? The slope of the line is given by, this is given by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, x minus x1. So let's put in the values here, and the values here x1. So x1 is equal to 4 and x2 is equal to 0. We have to find the equation of line AB. So this is the equation of line passing through P, and that should be perpendicular. So equation of line passing through, first of all, let's find the equation of line AB. So it is this one we are going to find out is the equation of line AB. So this is the equation of line AB. This is the required equation that we have to find out, and this is the equation of line AB. So let's first find our equation of line AB, and for it x1 is equal to 4 and x2 is equal to 0. So sorry, x1 is equal to 4 and y1 is equal to 0, and x2 is equal to 0 and y2 is equal to 4. So these are the values that we are going to put here. Find the value of AB. So y minus 0 is equal to y2, 4 minus 0, x2 minus x1, 0 minus 4, x minus x1, which is this. Okay, so this is y is equal to 4 upon negative 4 into x minus 4, which gives us y is equal to negative 1 into x minus 4. Now, this line is perpendicular. So if we check this line, I can write it as, so this line becomes, this is 4 minus x. Now, if we compare this equation, I can write it as minus x plus 4. If we compare this equation with the slope form, so y is equal to mx plus c. Here its slope is negative 1. Now, if two lines are perpendicular, then their slopes, the product of the slopes is equal to negative 1. So m1 into m2 should be equal to, so the slope of line perpendicular to AB should be equal to negative 1 upon m. This is negative 1 upon m, which is m, which gives us 1. Therefore, now equation of line perpendicular to AB and it's passing through P. Point is given, which is P, passing through P, and its coordinates are 1, 3. So equation of that line is given by y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, where these are x1, y1. So this is y minus 3 is equal to m. Slope is 1, x minus x1, which is 1, which gives me y minus 3 is equal to x minus 1. And this can be written as x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the line, x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Equation of line which is perpendicular to AB and passing through P. So first of all, in this case, we got the equation of AB, then got the slope of the line that passes through P and perpendicular to AB, and then use this equation to write the required equation. So x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. And now let's move on to the last one, that is question number 7. For question number 7, the first part, I'm going to attempt the first part, and it says that a bag contains 25 cards numbered through 1 to 25. A card is drawn at random. What is the probability that the number on the card drawn is a multiple of 5? So let's write down the multiples of 5 and then we will find its probability. So multiples of 5 on the card are, so these are 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. These are multiples of 5. And the total numbers are 25 and multiples of 25. If we count them, these are 5. So probability of multiple of 5 will be total cards, number of multiples of 5 divided by total cards. So multiples of 5. So multiples of 5 are 5 and the total cards are 25. So this is equal to 1 by 5. Okay, now moving on to second part. Now, the second part says that we have to find the probability of the perfect squares. So perfect squares from 1 to 25. These are from 1 to 25. And the perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. So the probability of perfect squares. Perfect squares are 5 and these are 25. So this is equal to 1 by 5. Now, third one is to find the probability of the prime numbers. So let's write down the prime numbers. So the prime numbers are, one is neither prime nor composes a 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and 23. And if we count them, these are 9. So probability of prime numbers from 1 to 25. So these are 90 numbers, so 9 by 25 is the probability. Okay, moving on to the second question. A man covers a distance of 100 kilometer traveling with a uniform speed of x kilometer per hour. Had the speed been this, it would take 1 hour less. If they had the speed been 5 kilometer per hour more, find the ordinal speed. So let the ordinal speed be x kilometer per hour. This is the second part. So let ordinal speed be x kilometer per hour. And distance is 100 kilometer. So distance is equal to 100 kilometer. Now, the time in this case, when the ordinal speed time is given by distance by speed, which is 100 by x, and it's in hours. Okay, now the new speed. Let's consider the new speed, which if had been 5 kilometer per hour more. So for this is new speed. And the distance, this new speed is for the same distance, that is 100 kilometer, and now we will get the new time. So when the speed is increased in this case, so this is once again distance by time, which is now this time is x by x plus 5 hours. Now here the speed is increased, so this time is less as compared to this time. So this time its value is more than new time, because in this case the speed is increased, so we will take less time to cover the same distance. So this one is more, and the difference between these two times is 1 hour. So it's given that it's 1 hour less. Okay, so this is now going to a quadratic equation, and LCM is x into x plus 5. And now it's 100 into x plus 5 minus 100x is equal to 1, which gives me 100x plus 500 minus 100x. And let's multiply this and cross multiply, so x squared plus 5x. And this gets cancelled, and our equation is x squared plus 5x minus 500 is equal to 0. Now let's try to solve this quadratic equation, and we know that 25 into 20 is 500. So this is x squared plus this is 25x minus 20x minus 500 is equal to 0. So here it's x plus 25 and negative 20, which is also we take common, so x plus this is 25 is equal to 0. So x plus 25 is common, and this is x minus 20 is equal to 0, which gives me either x plus 25 is equal to 0 or x minus 20 is equal to 0, which is x is equal to 20 and x is equal to negative 25. Speed cannot be negative, so this is not rejected, and original speed is equal to 20 kilometer per hour. Okay, which is 20 kilometer per hour. Moving on to the third part. Okay, for third part, where it's a solid is in the shape of a hemisphere of radius 7 centimeter, surmounted by a cone. This is the cone, this is the hemisphere, and they have the same radius, and its height is 4 centimeter. The solid is immersed completely in a cylindrical container filled with water to a certain height. And if the radius of this cylinder is 14 centimeter, so we have to find the rise in level. So let's say this was the original. So this is the original for water, and let's say this h becomes is the rise, is the height to which water rises. Now the water that rises, this volume will be equal to the volume of the solid immersed. So we are going to use this concept. Volume of water raised, which is in the shape of a cylinder, is equal to the volume of solid immersed. And let's say let H be the rise in water level. And the volume which rises is also in the shape of a cylinder, so H be the rise in water level. And according to question, so volume of solid immersed is equal to volume of water raised, or the volume of water that raised in the form of cylinder, because liquid takes the same of shape of the container. So the volume that is raised is takes the shape of the cylinder, and that's equal to the volume of solid immersed. So volume of solid immersed, the solid is in the form of the cone. So this is 1 by 3 pi r square h height of the cone. So height of the cone is 4 centimeters. So this is 4. And okay, let me write it here as to make it more understandable. This is volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. And this will be the volume of cylindrical rise, the volume of cylinder. Okay, so volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square, and the radius of the cone and the hemisphere is same, which is 7 centimeter. So 1 by 7 square into height of the cone is 4 centimeter, plus volume of hemisphere, which is 2 by 3 pi r square. Radius is 7 square, and height, okay, 2 by 3 pi r cube. It's pi r cube. Will pi into radius is 14, and h be the height of the cylinder. So radius is 14 centimeter. Okay, which gives me this is pi and 7 square is common. So which is 4 by 3, which is 4 by 3. So pi into 7 square, which is 4 by 3. Actually, we can take pi by 3 common. So if pi by 3 into 7 square is common, we are left with 4 here. So this is 2 into 7, which is equal to pi into 14 square is 14 into 14 into h. Now pi gets cancelled. 7 square is 7 into 7 by 3. 4 plus 14 is equal to 14 into 14 into h. So 7 2s are is 14, 7 2s are is 14, and this is 18 by 3 is equal to 4h. So h is equal to, this is 12 by 18. So we have got the height, and this is 3/4, that actually this should be height is equal to 18 by 12. So 2 9s are is 18 and 2 6 are 12, or rather we can use 6. 6 3s are is 18, 6 2s are 12. So this is 1.5 centimeters height. So rise in level of the water is 1.5 centimeter. Okay, let's move on to the next question. That is question number 8. This was question number 7. Before question number 8, first part, this following table gives the marks stored by a set of students in examination, और हमें calculate करना है mean of the distribution by using shortcut method. So shortcut method में हम assumed mean method use कर सकते हैं. So this is the assumed mean method. Okay, and for that, let me get this data in the tabular form. So the class intervals are given, that are 0 to 10, 50 to 60. So these are the class intervals. So our first column will be the class interval, and the class intervals are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60 is the last one. Okay, so these are the class intervals given. Okay, our next column will be the frequency, that is Fi, for the students, which are given as 3, 8, 14, 9, 4. So 3, 8, 14, 9, 4, and 2. Okay, this is our second column, Fi. And now let's find out the class marks, so which is denoted by Xi. And the class marks होते हैं upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So which is 5. 10 plus 20 is 30 divided by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30 is 50 divided by 2 is 25. This is 35, 45, and 55. Okay, now our next column will be the deviation from the assumed mean, and assumed mean will be the middle value. So these are the two middle values, and I'm going to take assumed mean as 25. So A is equal to 25. Now we have to subtract these class marks. So 5 minus 25. So 5 minus 25 is negative 20. 15 minus 25 is negative 10. This is 0, which is 10, 20, and 30. So this is di. Now our next column will be fi into di. We have to use the shortcut method, so I'm going to use the assuming method. So this is Fi into Di, which is negative 60, negative 80, 0, 90, and 80 and 60. Okay, sum of the negative terms is minus 140. This is 230. And let's add them. So 230 minus 140. That is the summation of this column, which is sigma Fi into Di. So 230 minus 40 is 0. 30 minus 4 is 9. So this is 90. And now let's also do the summation of this column. So we denote summation by the sigma sign. Summation of Fi. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 and 14 is 25. 9, 34. 4 is 38. And 2 is 40. Okay, so this is Fi. Now let's find out the mean. Now mean for the assumed mean method is given by A plus sigma Fi into Di by sigma Fi. So assumed mean is 25. This is the assumed mean 25. And sigma Fi into Di is 90, has to be divided by 40. So this is 2.42 are 825, which is 27.25. So 27.25 is the mean for this. Okay, moving on to the next part. What number must be added to each of the numbers to get the four numbers in proportion? So let the number to be added be x. Okay, once we add the x to these numbers, 4 becomes 4x, 4 plus x, and these should be in proportion. That means 4 plus x ratio 6 plus x is as they are should be in proportion with 8 plus x and 11 plus x. This is a good proportion. Now, sum of the extremes is equal to sum of the means. Let's use that. So 4 plus x into 11 plus x is equal to 6 plus x into 8 plus x, which gives me, if I multiply them, this is x square plus 15x plus 44 is equal to, this should be x square plus 14x plus 48. X square gets cancelled. 15 minus 14x is equal to 48 minus 44. Then x is equal to 4. So the required number is 4. So 4 should be added to these numbers to get them in proportion. So we can write 4 4 should be added to these numbers to get them in proportion. Okay, so the third part says that using the ruler and the compass, construct a triangle ABC in which AB is equal to 6 centimeter. Okay, for this, first of all, let's draw the rough sketch for this. And this is part 3. So rough sketch for this will be this triangle ABC. And first of all, it's AB is equal to 6 centimeter. So draw AB is equal to 6 centimeter. So AB is equal to 6 centimeter, then angle BAC. This is angle BAC, which is 120 degree, and then it's BC. So this is the rough sketch of the triangle, and AC is 5 centimeter. So there will be steps of, I will write the steps of the construction. So first of all, we will draw a segment AB. It's equal to 6 centimeter. Then by taking A as center, or with A as center, we have to draw, or so you know how to draw. So with the compass, you have to take A as center and draw an arc, and without changing it and taking this point of intersection on this line segment AB and the same radius, cut an arc here and cut an arc here. So this will be this would be angle 120 degree. So with B as center, draw and construct an angle of construct an angle of 120 degree. So let's say this is the ray AX. So you have considered with A center, we have drawn an angle of 120 degree, and this angle is BAX is equal to 120 degree. Now with AS center and radius 5 centimeter, we have to cut an arc on AX and name it as C. So that is AC is equal to 5 centimeter. So I am going to write here that with A as center, और आपने आर्क लेना है 5 सेंटीमीटर. You have to cut an arc on ray AX such that AC is equal to 5 centimeter. Now next you have to join B to C. So draw, this is how you construct a triangle ABC. Now we have to construct a circle passing through ABC and measure and write down the radius of the circle. And to do that, you can take any point on the triangle, and so to construct the circumference, that is, we have to construct the circumference of the triangle. That is a circle passing through A, B, and C. For that, we can draw the perpendicular bisectors. So draw the perpendicular bisectors of BC, draw the perpendicular bisector of AC, and the point where they intersect. So this, and also draw the perpendicular bisector. You can also draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. So the point where they intersect will be the center of the circle that passes through A, B, and C. Now with O as center and C as radius, you can construct a triangle, draw a circle that will pass through A, B, and C. So we have to measure and write the radius. So this circle is the circumference, and we have to measure the length of the radius. The radius of the circle will come out to be 5.5 centimeter. So this is how your circle will look like. This is AB, which is 6 centimeter. This is 120 degree, construct an angle. Then on this, cut an arc of 5 centimeter. Draw the perpendicular bisectors of AC and BC. They will intersect here. Now you place the compass here and take C. Extend it to or open it up to C. So this will be the radius, and draw a circle. This will exactly pass through A, B, and C. So this is how we construct circumference of the circle, and radius will come out to be 5.5 centimeter. If you measure the radius will be measure any distance OA. So this will be the radius of the circle. Okay, next question में दिया है question number 9. We have to use component or dividendo and solve for x. So our question is, this is question number 1. So equation is under root, this is under root 2x plus 2 plus 2x minus 1 on, this is under root 2x plus 2 minus under root 2x minus 1, which is equal to 3. Okay, so we are going to use componendo and dividendo. So using componendo and dividendo, okay, using componendo and dividendo. So how do we use componendo or dividendo? We write the numerator, which is 2x plus 2 plus 2x minus 1. So write the numerator up and down, 2x plus 2 plus 2x minus 1. And then add and subtract the denominator. So you add and then subtract the denominator. This is minus. Okay. Similarly here, you write 3 by 3, then add and subtract the denominator. Okay, so this becomes, in if we open this gets cancelled. And if we open this, so if we open up the bracket, this one, so this becomes positive and this becomes cancelled. So we have 2 times under root 2x plus 2 on 2 times under root 2x minus 1 is equal to, this is 4 by 2, which is 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So this becomes 2x plus 2 is equal to 2 times under root 2x minus 1. So square on both sides, we get square on both sides, we get, so this is 2x plus 2 the whole square is equal to 4, and square root of this is 2x minus 1 the whole square. So square and root gets cancelled, square and root gets cancelled. So this is 2x plus 2 is equal to 4 into 2x minus 1. 2x plus 2 is equal to 4 to the 8x minus 4. And this is 2x minus 8x is equal to minus 4 minus 2 is equal to negative 6. So negative 6x is equal to negative 6, which gives me x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 in this case is the answer. Okay, moving on to the next part. Which term of the AP is 300 and hence find the sum of all the terms of the AP. So our term, this AP, let's write down the AP. AP is 15, 30, 45. So this is 15, 30, 45 and goes on 45, 60 and goes on till 300. And it's given that this is AP. So we have, first of all, we have to find which term of the AP is 300. So this is the AP and which term of the AP is 300 and hence find all the terms of the AP. So here A is equal to 15 and the common difference is 30 minus 15 is equal to 15. And let's say 300 be the nth term. So it's the 300 here. The last term is 300. So let nth term be 300 and nth term is given by a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 300. Okay, let's substitute the values of a and d. So if I substitute the values of a and d, okay, so first of all, we have to find out 300 is which term. So let's assume it's nth term. So a is 15 plus This is n minus 1 into d is 15 is equal to 300, which gives me n minus 1 into 15 is equal to 300 minus 15, which is 285. Okay, so n minus 1 is equal to now 285 divided by 15. So 15 ones are is 15 and 9. So this is 285 divided by 15. So 15 ones are is 15, 3, 135. So this is 9, 9 fives are is 45. So 135. So this is 19 and n is equal to 20. So that means our 20th term, A20 is 300. Now we have to find the sum of all terms of the AP, sum of all terms of the AP. So n is 20 here. So let's find out the sum of all terms, that is sum of 20 terms. So this is the last term, and sum of the n terms is given by n by 2 into 2a. Okay, when we know the last term, you can simply use n by 2 into a plus l if you know the last term. So a plus l. So this is sum of 20 terms, which is 20 by 2. First term is 15, last term is 300. And this gives me 10. So this is 315 into 10, which is equal to 3150. So sum of 20 terms is equal to 3150. So these are all the terms and sum of them is 3150. Okay, for next question, next part. For next part, it's given from top of a tower 100-meter high. A man observes the angle of depression of two ships A and B on opposite sides of the tower of 45 and 30 degrees respectively. If the foot of the tower and the ships are in the same horizontal line, we have to find the distance between two ships to the nearest meter. So these are the angle of depression of two ships are given. ये है angle of depression of two ships from a tower 100-meter high. So let's consider this triangle, that is in triangle ADC. So we have to find the distance between the two ships AB to the nearest meter. So this is a distance AB that we have to find out. So AB has to be, this is 38 degrees. So this also will be 38 degree. This is tan 45. So this is also tan 45 because these are parallel. These are the alternate angles. Now let's use the tan ratio in both these triangles. So the first triangle is in right angle triangle BAC. It's the tan 45. So tan 45 is equal to DC by AC. Now tan 45 is 1. So this is DC by AC and DC is 100. So 1 is equal to 100 by AC, which gives me AC is equal to 100 meter. Okay, next is in right angle triangle BBC. Let's use the same tan 38 degree. So tan 38 degree is equal to DC by BC. Now, what is tan 38 degree? So tan 38 degree, if you look up in the table, the value of tan 38 degree is 0.781. And this is 100 upon BC, which gives us BC is equal to, if we cross multiply this, so that should be 100 divided by 0.781. And that is now 10000 divided by 781. So BC will come out approximately, this will be 10,000 divided by 781. So 10,000 divided by 781 is 12.804. So this is 12.128.04, sorry. 128.04 is BC. Actually, these will be, there will be three zeros, so it's 1 lakh divided by 781, which is 128.04 meter. Okay, now we have to find the distance, which is AB. So AB is AC plus BC, which is 100 plus 128.04, which gives me 228.04 meters. So this is the distance between the two ships. So we can write the distance between two ships is equal to 228.04 meters. This is the distance between two ships, and with this, we are finished with this set. That is question number 9. Okay, we have one more question. Let's move on to the next question. That is question number 10. For question number 10, we have to factorize completely using the factor theorem. And let this be polynomial p of x. So we are going to solve the first part. So let this be a polynomial p of x, and its degree is 3, so it's a cubic polynomial. This is 2x cubed minus x square minus 13x minus 6. Okay, now, so using factor theorem, let's find out, let's factorize this. And here, the coefficient of a cube is, sorry, coefficient of x cube is denoted by a. So a is 2, coefficient of x square, which is b negative 1, coefficient of x, which is c, is negative 13, and d, that the constant is 6. So we are going to multiply a with d and write down all the factors for that number. So 2 into 6 is negative 12. And let's write down the factors of 12. So factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And let's assign them positive and negative signs. So this is positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, and now we are going to check this polynomial for each of these values and find out when this polynomial comes out to be 0. So which one of these is the root of this polynomial? So you can check, and I know that it's negative 2. So I'm going to write here that p of negative 2. So p of negative 2, let's put negative 2 in this polynomial. So 2 into negative 2 cube minus negative t square minus 13 into negative 2 minus 6. So this gives me 2 into negative 8, negative it's 4 plus 26 minus 6. So this is equal to negative 16 minus 4 plus 26 minus 6, which is negative 20 plus 26 minus 6. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So that means we have put negative 2 and this value comes out to be 0, and which gives us that x plus 2 is a factor of p of x is equal to 2x cube minus x square minus 13x minus 6. Let's find out. So we have got one factor, it must have three factors, at most three factors. And to find out other factors, we are going to divide this polynomial by the long division method with the first factor, that is x plus 2. Okay, x plus 2, which gives us 2x squared. It's 2x cubed minus 4. This is actually square. 4x squared, and change the sign to subtract them. So this is now 3x squared minus 13x minus 6. Okay, we get 3 when you multiply this with 3x. So this is now 3x square plus 6x negative negative, this gets cancelled, minus 13x minus 16x. Okay, this is plus 6x. This should be okay. So our polynomial was 2x cubed minus x squared minus 13x minus 6. So we multiplied it with 2, which gives me 2x cubed, and this is 4. This is actually 4, positive 4. So this becomes negative. So this is negative, and which becomes negative 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. Okay, so we multiply it with negative 5. So this is now negative 5 and x. So negative 5x squared minus 10x. And changing the sign, you subtract this gets cancelled, minus 13x plus 10x is negative 3x, negative 6. So I write here negative 3, which gives me negative 3x, negative 6. Change the sign, this is 0. Okay, so we have one more factor, which is 2x squared minus 5x minus 3, and this is a quadratic polynomial. So we are going to solve this using splitting the middle term. A is 2, B is negative 5, C is the constant negative 3, where A and B are the coefficient of x squared and x. So A into C, 2 into negative 3 is negative 6, and we need the factors for 6 such that their product is negative 6, but when we add them it's negative 5x. So these are negative 6 and 1, so negative 6x plus x minus 3. So we have split this term into negative 6x plus 3, taking 2x common. This is x minus 3. Here it's 1, which is common. Now x minus 3 is common, and we are left with 2x plus 3. So that means that polynomial, our given polynomial, which was 2x cubed minus x squared minus 13x plus 6, it has 3 factors. So we can write that x cubed minus, this was 2x cubed minus x squared minus 13x minus 6 is equal to, the 3 factors are x plus 2, then x minus 3, and 2x plus 1. So this is how you have factorized the cubic polynomial: x plus 2, x minus 3, and 2x plus 1. These are the factors of 2x cubed minus x squared minus 13x minus 6. Okay, and moving on to the second one, we have to use graph to answer this question. And so during a medical checkup of 60 students in a school, weights were recorded as follows. We have to use your graph to find the median, upper quartile, and the number of students whose weight is above 37 kg. So I'm going to plot this graph here. So let's take the vertical and the horizontal grids. Okay. So I will show you how to plot the graph, and the scale is also given. Okay, it's given that taking 2 centimeters is equal to 2 kg along one axis, and 2 centimeters is equal to 10 students along the other axis. Draw an OJ. So, and use that graph to find the median. So let's draw the OJ, and for that we first need to calculate the cumulative frequencies. So I'm going to calculate the cumulative frequencies. for, so I'm going to write down here the cumulative frequency to save the time. This is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 10 is 16. And 10 is 16 plus 13 is 29. 29 and 15 is 14. 44 plus 9 is 53. Plus 5 is 58. And 2 is 60. So these are the cumulative frequency. Okay, so we have got the cumulative frequencies, and let's plot the OG now. So cumulative frequency is the total number of students up to and including a certain weight. And we can now plot the cumulative frequencies on the graph paper. The horizontal axis will represent the weight in kg. And we have got that the weight in kgs, it starts from 28 to 30. Let's take these at the upper limits of these classes as the cumulative frequencies on the x-axis, on the horizontal axis. Okay. So horizontal axis represents the weight in kg, and the vertical axis will represent the cumulative frequency in number of students. Sorry, so let's take the horizontal axis or as the weight in kg. So it starts from, let's say, 0, and I'm going to take this 3 boxes as 2 centimeter. You can take accordingly on your graph paper. So 2 centimeter, it's given that you have to take 2 centimeter as 2 kg and 2 centimeters equal to 10 students. So take accordingly on your graph paper. I'm going to take this much distance as 2 centimeters. So the first one, it's the 32 kg. Okay, the first one should be, let me put a king here. I'm going to, okay, so this is, let's say, 30. And then this is 30. It's 34, 36, 38, and then 40, 42, and then 44. Okay, let's keep it to 46. And this one, this horizontal axis, it represents the weight in kg. So this is the, and the numbers we are going to take on the y-axis, that is the frequency, cumulative frequency. And let it start from, so let this much be 10 centimeter. So this is 10, this is 20, and then 30, then 50, and 60. And this is the number of students. Now let's plot OG. For that, we are going to take, this is the weight. Our coordinates will be, this will be 30 comma 2, the first coordinate. Second would be 32 comma 6, and then 34 comma 16, then 36 comma 29, and then 38, and 44, and 40, and 53. We will take the upper limits of the class intervals, 40, 53, and then 42, and 58, then 44 and 60. So let's plot these. 30, the first one is 30 comma 2. 32 are the coordinates, so this is 30, and 2 will be somewhat here. This is half, 5, 4, and 2 will be here. So this is, let's say, 30 comma 2 coordinate, first one. And the second one is 32 comma 6. So it will be here 32 comma 6, and then 34 comma 16, which is 15, and then 16. So 34 comma 16 will be someone here. So this is 34 comma 60. Then 36 comma 29, 36 and 29 will be here. Okay, now 38 comma 44. 40, 50, 45 and 44 will be 38 and 44. And then 40 and 53. So this is 55 and 40 and 53. Let's say it's okay. The next one is 42 and 58. And then 44 and 60. So if I draw a freehand ogive, this will somewhat looks like this. Okay, now, so using the graph, we have to find the median. So using this graph, let's find out the median. So first will be the median from the graph, and median is the n by 2th term. N is 60, the total, so this is 30th term. And how do we find the 30th term from the graph? So this is 30, and if we draw a perpendicular line from here which meets ogive at this point, and if we from that point where it meets ogive, if we draw it on the x-axis, this will meet someone here. And for me, it looks like it's the value here looks like it's 36. If you exactly check on your graph paper, it will come out to be 36.15. If you calculate it from the number of the divisions, so this 30th term comes out to be 36.15. So this is the median weight. Okay, for the next part is to find the upper quartile Q3. So let's find out the upper quartile, which is Q3 from the graph. And we know that it's given by Q3 is given by, we know that here N is 60. And it's 3N by 4 term. And if you put 60 here, replace 60 with N, this is 180. To make it understandable to you, this is 3 into 60 by 4 term. Okay, 4 1s are 4, 5 are 20, which gives me is 45th term. So let's get the 45th term from the ogive. And to get that, so this is the middle. Let's draw a perpendicular line from the 45. Let's take 45 here, and if we draw a perpendicular line here and take it to the x-axis, the term, it comes out to be somewhat 0.2 greater than 38. So this is, let's say, 38.2. So this is 38.2, 38.2 approximately. Okay, now for part C. So part C says that we have to find the number of students whose weight is above 37 kg. Okay, to find the number of students whose weight is above 37 kg, let's check. So 37 comes out to be here. So this is where the 37th term is. It is 37 kg will come out to be here in this, and till we these total number of terms are 60, and below this the weight is less than 37 kg, and greater than 37 kg will be 60 minus these are 29, and will be 60 minus 29. So 60 minus 29 will be the number of students whose weight is above 37 kg. So this is 60 minus 29, which gives me 1 and 3, 31. So 31 students will have weight above 37 kg. Okay, with this, we are finished with this set. We are done with median upper quartile number of students whose weight is above 70, above 37 kg. So do like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.